To many people, what we're celebrating today is it's a challenge, right? It's this giant challenge. So this month's stories, which were some of my favorites to put together, put pen to paper, were Olympic stories. We're all these Olympic stories, and today's is probably one of the coolest, one of my favorites, and it matches so perfectly for what we were doing today. That's why it's the story that was picked. So I want to share that story with you now. And then the key is, hey, what are you going to do with the final message in the story? How are you going to take that and apply that to your life? See, that's what I'm trying to do with this thing. Hey, watching that tug of war was the coolest thing I ever saw. But I'll say this, if you can do that, don't tell me that when you got a tug of war later with the food you're eating, or a tug of war later that it's time to go to sleep, or the tug of war later that, like, should I really do this part of my job that I should get done later? Hey, that should be easy. Because I just watched, that was a test of wills right there. And everybody passed. So the story today was the 1976 Olympics in Montreal and the gymnastics competition. So gymnastics in the Summer Games is one of the most popular events. And I don't know if anybody knows, but in 1976, up until that point, every team competition for the men that had ever been held, the gold medal had been won by the Soviet team, the Russian team. There was no other team that had ever even come close to challenging them. But in this competition, the Japanese and the Russians were head to head, neck to neck, for the first time ever. And one of their star athletes, a guy named Shun Fujimoto, was doing the floor routine, and out of all his routines, and he's doing the floor routine, and on the final pass, he runs down, does his flips, boom, he lands, and he feels something horrible happen to his leg. He doesn't know what it is. He says it's like most shooting pain, this hollow feeling, but he knows if he says anything about it, he's going to be removed from the competition. And he knows without him, the team is not going to be able to have a shot at the gold medal. And what he also knows is that there's only 2 events left. He's made it all the way through. Next one's the pommel horse. So he says, hey, I'm hurting, it's a wreck, but I'm going to give it a shot. The pommel horse, there's not much that's going to take place on my legs. I'll at least try. So, unbeknownst to his team, what he doesn't know and what they don't know is he shattered his kneecap. So at this point, the kneecap is shattered. He doesn't tell anybody. He's in tremendous pain, and now he makes it to the next event. He makes it to the pommel horse. He starts to do his routine, does the little dismount, incredible pain again, puts his hands up. He gets the highest score that he ever got, and he's continuing to push the Japanese neck and neck with the Russians. But the final event that I didn't just tell you about was the rings. Now, in the rings, when you get up there, it's all still the arms, all still the arms, all still the arms. But then, when you finish, it's an 8 or 9 foot triple flip and then land dismount into the ground. He's got a shattered kneecap, but now at this point, he can't hide the pain anymore. He has pretty much turned green. And the coaches and everybody are asking him, and they're telling him to quit. They're telling him to quit. They're telling him to quit. And it's really interesting. Like, listen to this line, because I'm going to say it a couple times. What he made a decision. He made a decision that he wasn't going to trade this horrible moment of pain for the chance at a gold medal. So I'll say that again. He wasn't going to trade that pain that he had for a gold medal. So he's going to at least give it a chance. So they put him up on the rings. He's doing his routine. His routine is flawless. It's amazing, but now it's time for the dismount. He goes up, he does the flips, the whole place holds its breath, boom, he hits the ground. When he hits the ground this time, now because the shattered kneecap, now that completely dislocates and he tears all the ligaments in his legs in the other one, or in the same leg. He puts his hands up over his head. He achieves again the highest score that he ever received in that, 9.7, and the Japanese win the gold medal in the team competition at the 1976 Olympics by the smallest margin ever won in that event. When they went up to get their gold medals, he would not allow anybody to give him any assistance, and he hobbles up onto the thing, and he gets his medal with the rest of the team after that. Doctors, to this day, they say they do not know how it is physically possible what the guy did. Like, it's literally impossible what he did just to even get to the final event, but then to pull off the final event, incredible. But what he said again when he was interviewed, the only thing he said was, I wasn't going to trade my moment of pain for our country's chance to win a gold medal. So let me tell you what that, like, how you translate that to your life. That was the big part of the message today. Right? You're going to face challenges. You're going to have them all the time. But here's the part. Most people make a bad trade. Most of the people I always meet, they make a really bad trade. They say, man, that chocolate cake looks so good. I want that now. I really want to be lean. I want to be thin. I want to be healthy. I don't want to ever tell somebody I got cancer. But man, I want that cake right now. I'm really tired, I'm warm in my bed, I know I gotta go work out, I should go work out, but man, I missed the workout. They make a bad trade. They trade what they want now for what they want most. One of the secrets of a warrior that we can learn from that guy today, they don't trade what they want right now, like that thing that's gonna get them by right there. No, they're focused on what they want more. And what my promise is if you stay on that course, if you know, because you know what you want, there's a reason you're here. I don't know what it is. Everybody's could be different. You want to be leaner, you want to be more fit, you want to be healthier, you want to live 20 years longer. You want to make sure you never have to go home and tell your family that there's something wrong. Whatever it is, if you stay focused on that, you're going to eat right. Eating right is easy. You're going to get enough sleep. That's pretty easy too. And hey, I already saw it. People come in here and they work out hard. So if we can do that, I can promise you this, like the mission of this program is to start creating a change in people's lives so they end up, at the end of the day, getting what they want most. And that's why I put these things together and how I try to deliver this information to them. So today, when we work out, it's not going to be easy, but it's not supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be a little bit hard, but all I would say is, hey, while we're going through the workout, right, because it's a hurricane today, and the hurricane is probably one of the toughest things we got, there's going to be a point where that little voice is going to say, take it easy, slow down, ooh, man, it's getting a little rough. Just calm down, it's okay. What are you doing this for? Don't forget what you're doing it for. Because there's going to be a moment during this workout that there'll be an opportunity to trade what you want now for what you want most. If you learn to make that trade good enough and strong enough here, out there should be easy. So it was my pleasure.